13:30. Play-by-play, Samuel Jacobo, the great Pepe Montilla.
Oh.
Game is also broadcast on 710 ESPN Radio.
ESPN.
16th year now is radio home of the Lakers. Play-by-play, John Ireland and Michael Thompson.
Michael.
Tonight's game is broadcast around America on ESPN, the National Radio Network. Steve Kelly, Corey Alexander. Game is also televised this evening on ABC. Mark Jones, Jay Billis, and George Sedano. Ladies and gentlemen, find your seats. We're 9 minutes away from tip-off.
There you go. We got the Lakers. Luka. Dang, his team was already, his ex already didn't make it.
The officials for tonight's game, number 8, the crew chief, 27th year, Davis. Number 39, the referee, 10th year, Tyler Ford. Number 45, the umpire, 18th campaign, Brian Forte. The alternate this evening, number 30, the 6th year, John Butler.
Yeah, hold up.
Since 1987.
Damn. Ready. Oh. Cooper. Michael Cooper. 5-time champion. Damn. 80, 82, 85, 86. NBA Defending Player of the Year. Ooh. Showtime Lakers. Who's showing this? Oh, just last year. Michael Cooper. I know, it said 5:30. I'm a little early today.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to midcourt. Tonight's game ball is being delivered by Hall of Famer, number 21, the Minister of Defense, the great Michael Cooper.
Ooh. Cheers. Bleak. I think this is the Spectrum one. Oh, Long Beach. Is it?
Thanks a lot, Malik. Welcome
Yeah,
everyone to Los Angeles, a city fueled by star power, powerful, profound star power.
Let's go. Oh, they got the trophy? Oh, they should.
At the Lakers and Timberwolves poised
I should stay at home.
the Larry O'Brien trophy. LeBron James at 40 continues to defy the odds. Can he get Luka Doncic across the finish line and get back to the finals again? Meanwhile, make no mistake, that guy right there, Anthony Edwards, believes that he is the biggest star in the constellation of stars tonight. Let's take some inventory tomorrow.
Oh, Denver already won?
Between OKC and Memphis on ABC. Los Angeles and Minnesota 3 against 6 here tonight. And Houston will play game 1 at home against Golden State tomorrow.
Memphis.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mark Jones, courtside along with Jay Billis. Thanks for coming aboard. George Sedano joins us in just a moment.
Oh, we got ESPN on. Okay.
This might be LeBron James' best chance to win an NBA title since 2020 when they won the last one. And he's got maybe the best sidekick he could imagine in Luka Doncic.
Well, the midseason trade that brought Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers has been a complete home run for the Lakers. And look at this duo and what they've done this year. It's the lowest output scoring-wise for LeBron James since his rookie year, but he has been so good in every area of play. And Luka Doncic, especially over his last 12, 13 games, has been absolutely spectacular. But you look at him over the last 5 games, and he has played at the highest level of basketball. Minnesota's going to have to throw a lot of different looks at him. Blitzes, they're going to try to trap at times, throw a lot of bodies at him, but when you get the ball out of his hands, you're throwing it to the NBA's all-time leading scorer, and also Austin Reeves, who's averaging 20 points and 5 assists. They've got a lot of weapons.
Yeah, the chemistry really growing as well. Let's talk about Minnesota. End of the season going 17-4 down the stretch. And make no mistake, Anthony Edwards, he believes he's the #1 star in this series. He's embracing the fact that everybody is picking the Lakers to win.
But I'm not sure that's the right call. I mean, the Lakers are favored, but Minnesota's one of only 4 teams this year that is in the top 10 in both offensive and defensive rating. And one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, has been Anthony Edwards. He's had his best season. He led the NBA in three-point field goals made. He had over 200 of them on pull-ups. His step back is almost impossible to stop, and when he gets on a heater, he can put up 40 in a minute.
Anthony Edwards, our driven performance brought to you by Duncan. Look at those stellar numbers on the season. 40% from downtown on a volume of 3 per game. Pardon me, 10 per game. And George Sedano has more on this matchup.
Mark, Jay, this is the first time these two teams have faced off against each other in the postseason since the 2004 Western Conference Finals. Let's look at the tail of the tape here. The Minnesota Timberwolves playing their 80th career playoff game in their franchise's history. LeBron James has played in 288 once he tips off tonight. That's a huge difference, as you can see. LeBron, by the way, will be the first player in NBA history in year 22 to play in a playoff game. Meanwhile, Anthony Edwards, he is locked in for this playoff series. Veteran Mike Conley told us that once this matchup was announced, that Ant was the first guy to get on the text thread to tell guys, let's lock in and get in on the film, Joey.
He's a guy that has raised the level of his play every year he's been in the playoffs in his young career so far. Game 1 coming up between the Timberwolves and the Lakers. We'll be back after these messages and a word from our ABC stations.
Yeah.
Official sportsbook of ESPN. Get in on
Should I put them on Spectrum? Let's put it on Spectrum.
Exclusive talent markets all season long. New customers can bet.
I like Spectrum better. This is ESPN. I gotta find it. The Laker channel, especially we are from LA, so might as well have put it on. I know, I gotta find it. Oh, did I pass it? It was time. That's the fire. I forgot what Chick Hearn used to say when the Lakers play. My sister hit me up. Here we go. Lakers. Because Lakers and Dodgers have the same channel.
Facility, we decided to do it again. She came out on Mark.
Hold up. Unless they're playing on ESPN. Oh, they have it blacked out. I think they have it blacked out.
Dry and you're done without any sticky residue. Skunky is ideal for contractors or anyone who...
Let me see ESPN. ESPN. Deportes. She said ABC, right?
Because they're doing harder routines, which are usually rewarded by the judges. You see the sign behind you, then full send. That is the Stanford model this year. Full send on all of it, and that's what Brandon Wynn did there.
There you go, let me see.
Sure, yeah, come on.
Don't worry.
Judges and superstar guests. Then Monday, Idol goes live.
All right, it's ABC LA.
14-hour reveal. American Idol new Sunday and Monday on ABC.
Double pollo pickles are
Double pollo.
2 times the fire grilled chicken to crush your protein goals. Plus avocado and super greens. Run, don't walk. Double pollo fit bowls. Only at El Pollo Loco.
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado. Or current competitive owners can get $83.50 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Together, let's drive at your Southern California Chevy dealers.
Too much commercials. I guess I'll just put it regular. Oh no. I should just stay with that one, huh? Skunky. Oh, I just had it too. Alright, I guess we'll put it here. There you go.
Starting today, everything changed.
There you go, 77. There you go.
What got you here won't keep you here. Experience matters, so it doesn't.
I know every team has a chance to step on the team.
I know we're not supposed to talk about repeating, but let's do it again.
We want to win the championship, it's going to take all of us.
Whatever you think it takes is not even close.
Skunky.
This is the NBA playoffs. This is different.
Win or go home.
Welcome everyone to Los Angeles at the corner of Figueroa and Chick Hearn Court.
Big.
We welcome you to the NBA playoffs presented by Google. It's the first round presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Here from Crypto.com Arena. These two teams split the season series. The Lakers and the Timberwolves did 2 games apiece, but an interesting caveat. They played just 1 game. It was in late February with Luka as a member of the Los Angeles Lakers. And in that game, Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert, Jay Billis, were not available for Minnesota. So that breeds a lot of question marks
with respect to the intel and what this game is going to look like.
Yeah, and in that game, Anthony Edwards was ejected also. So there's not a lot of data that both teams can take from that game, but I don't think they're too worried about it. These are different teams that we saw in February. And over the last 20 games, I think you've seen the Minnesota team that we all expected all season long, and the Lakers are playing at an extremely high level, especially on the offensive end.
We talked about LeBron's playoff experience. Here's a little reference point for you, folks. When he played his first playoff game, his son, Bronny, was 18 months old. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for the respective teams tonight. For the Lakers, it'll be James, Rui Hachimura, Jackson Hayes at the 5, Austin Reeves, and Luka Doncic in the backcourt for the Lakers. Meanwhile, for the visitors, it's Jaden McDaniels, Julius Randle, big X factor for Minnesota, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Edwards, and Mike Conley rounding out the starting 5 for Minnesota. Timberwolves finished the season on a 17-4 sprint, playing some of the best basketball of the season. And Julius Randle in
there you go. Thanks for the likes.
Seems to find his rhythm, especially at the offensive end.
You're showing it. Am I showing it? I wish. Unless the NBA lets me.
Series for Randle was not able to participate in the playoffs a season ago due to injury.
Oh, Rudy Gobert is there too. Oh, we got it. Luka.
McDaniels will be trying to stick Doncic defensively.
And McDaniels, one of the best defenders in the league, but he's given up a lot of
0-0.
strength to Luka Doncic.
Luka has it on the wing. And one.
Draws the foul and will go to the free throw line for a couple of shots. Defiantly shakes his head as he makes the procession to the free throw line. That foul's going to go against Gobert.
One thing you're not going to do against Luka Doncic.
Let me turn it down.
Drop coverage. So Rudy Gobert switches out, and oftentimes that would be a step back three. But Luka went right into the lane, was able to draw the foul on the big guy. I think Gobert is going to be a huge factor.
There you go.
In this series, he's played
1-0.
fantastic basketball over the last 2-3 weeks.
Oh, they got the Jordans. Hey, I like the Minnesota jerseys though. The neon green. It reminds me of the Seattle Seahawks jerseys or Oregon. That neon green. I like that one. Oh. Rebound. Luka. King James. Oh, nice. Hakimura. He's kind of big. Nice rebound.
Another opportunity for the Lakers. Here's
Luka.
Here
we go. Woo! 3-4-0. Where you guys watching it? I'm on ESPN. I was trying to get on Spectrum. I know I have the NBA channel, but I don't feel like finding it. Oh, it's so turnover.
First turnover of the ball game for Minnesota. That's going to be one of the prevailing themes, right, Jay? How many bodies?
I mean, six against 3.
Star point guard Anthony Edwards.
The Lakers do a great job of showing bodies because they keep it pretty.
I mean, their favorite, right?
Defensively, they can switch in a little bit.
I want to see the Golden State. Oh, and one. You didn't push though.
But it goes out of bounds. Minnesota basketball on the turnover.
Well, he was pushed from behind. Daniels just shoved him out of bounds. He didn't get caught.
Conley outside. Doncic on Randle. Would expect that they would.
Oh, what was that?
And it's ended up. This one ends up in the second row.
Damn.
Those are some wild.
That's some wild turnovers.
Really, they weren't even close.
It's nervous, I guess. That's the only way you use. Another 3? Oh. Got him. Oh, nobody came in. And one. I mean, that was it. Was it 6-0? 10 minutes under? They got 2 extra. Oh, I got it.
That was Anthony Edwards saw 2. Got through the lane.
He took 2.
Laid it home. Anthony Edwards on the
They're not going 0.
Anthony Edwards made over 120 more.
Get that like. Oh. Oh, he almost airballed it too. Austin Reeves.
Really amazing. Very prolific.
I mean, it's early still. Ooh. Help him out. Oh, nice.
Off the miss. Here come the Lakers on the run. They don't
There you go. 4 against 3. 5 against 3.
leaves the trailer.
Just running in. All right. I can hear the net first.
Shot 41% from downtown on the season.
Austin Reeves had that shot right at the beginning. So smart, taking it.
9-2.
And Randall
9-4.
has a lot at stake in this playoff series. Knocks down his first shot.
He could be a difference maker in this series. Starting LeBron right now.
That screen by
Guys. Oh, and 1. 2 against 2.
Randall with a 2-on-1. Daniels got his own miss and Minnesota down by 2.
That's where Minnesota needs to get.
7-9. So much for the.
Lakers, once they got Luka in the trade, they allow 18 fast break points per game. That's too close to the lead over that period.
That's going to be a foul against McDaniels.
Austin Reeves has become a truly outstanding playmaker. Not only can shoot it, he's averaging 20 a game, but draws 2 defenders.
Right him in. Yeah. Boom.
Corner 3 for the Stanford.
Hachimura.
Hachimura has been excellent over the last 27 games or so. He's averaging about 15 points a game, and the Lakers are 20-7 over that stretch.
Doncic off the dribble handoff. Finney Smith checked into the ball.
Oh.
Is on right now to start this game.
He's a difficult matchup for anybody, but Jaden McDaniels, as good as he is defensively,
There you go.
giving up so much size and strength to Doncic.
Conley out front. Reeves switches on to Randall. Step back 3. That one comes off to Doncic. Looking for the outlet.
LeBron hasn't scored yet.
At times, Jay, you pointed it out. He'll hit the ball ahead
There you
to
go.
LeBron, who's running up to the rim.
Take him out.
Luka pivoting.
Nice.
10 on the shot clock for Finney Smith.
Yeah, LeBron. Yeah. That's crazy. 2 superstars. LeBron's like a slow starter. He's like, oh, Luka, then, oh, dang, LeBron. Oh. Oh, I thought it would have been transition foul. There you go. LeBron.
Daniels picks up LeBron in transition. Here's Doncic. Easily over Conley.
Oh.
He missed it. Chased down his own rebound.
Nice.
Hachimura from deep.
Nice. Nice rebound, damn.
Another offensive rebound.
They're like out rebounding people.
To a 3 on the backside.
Second chance points.
Doncic knew right away when he shot that over Conley that he'd missed it.
Gallardo was good. Watching those Laguneros. And the other minutes, it was the Wolves.
But here early, the trend is tilting towards the Lakers.
It's a lot easier to grab an offensive
Defense.
rebound. It's a long rebound. That puts everybody
Defense. Oh, nice. Cookie.
Lakers have numbers.
Let's go, LeBron.
Reeves running the lane.
Oh,
On the Nash dribble, brings it back.
he shouldn't have just reverse dunk. Oh,
Anticipation by Conley to knock it away.
come on, bro. That's
Gobert has a size advantage against Reeves, and here's Randall. And he got healed.
oh, Cookie. Oh, kickball.
Lakers gave it right back.
Oh,
Boy, a frenzied, frenetic beginning. Up and down we go. But Luka out of the gate quickly.
Well, Luka Doncic has knocked down a couple of threes. The step back so difficult, and he shoots it with
all you need is a
ease.
little space. Timeout.
O mundo está mudando. Uma maré que nos arrasta contra a nossa conduta.
O que viu nos aros?
Em todos os futuros em que vivi, o Randy morre. E ele só vai sobreviver se eu morrer.
Você sabia que não precisa sair do aplicativo de Bilt para ver outros streams? Além dos filmes e séries que estão incluídos na sua assinatura, você pode assinar mais de 25 streamings sem sair do nosso aplicativo. Olha como é fácil. Na página inicial, clique em assinatura. Escolha o que quer assistir, confira o valor e assine. Pronto, a nova assinatura vai aparecer na barra superior. E os conteúdos do novo streaming estarão disponíveis para você.
Completos estranhos morando juntas.
Não posso me meter em problemas.
E eu sou problema?
Mija, culpa.
Pronto. Podemos descobrir o que realmente aconteceu.
E ainda não terminamos.
Sabia que ficar toda era pra ficar.
Sharknado.
Precisamos da sua ajuda.
3 megas gigantescos e tenha mais o que conseguiram fugir.
Volta todo mundo pra estação! A gente consegue! Não para!
Location.
Let's take a look at tonight's Star Watch, brought to you by Service Now, and where Luka Doncic stands with respect to other playoff scores. Michael Jordan, number 1. Doncic, number 2, at just under 31 points in the game, and Allen Iverson, number 3. And remember what he did last year, albeit as a member of the Dallas Mavericks. The team, of course, a little bit different than this Lakers squad, but Luka still very much having his way against the Timberwolves. Here's McDaniels.
There you go.
Last year
Got him.
for most of the time against Dallas. This time they get
Break.
Dante DiVincenzo and
Vincenzo.
checking into the ball game during the
Oy.
commercial break.
Got him.
Edwards sprays it out to DiVincenzo for 3. Okay,
Nice.
that's going to be a big part of the Minnesota success or not, right? Not kickouts like that?
Kickouts, and then Dante DiVincenzo is a huge part of this Minnesota team. He's second on this team in three-pointers made. JJ Redick told us before the game, he's scared to death of Dante DiVincenzo in this game.
The horns out as Edwards gets it back. Off the Rudy screen. Hachimura picks up Edwards, 7 on the shot clock. Goes tween.
Oh!
But got blocked at the
Damn! Ice skates.
Edwards put him on his knees like they were in pregame chapel here. Wow.
Well, if you go down, you can't break your ankle. But otherwise, he would have
Damn.
saved the poster right at the bucket. But it is amazing with 320 made threes this year, which led the NBA for Anthony Edwards, that his free throws were not down.
Yeah. Well, JJ Redick is going to challenge the foul. And the call on the floor. Here's one more look at it. Edwards with the cross tween.
Los Angeles has called a timeout to challenge.
Foul on Vincent.
Foul.
Back after this.
Oh. Damn, what a crossover. Lochanzo. Let me see if I have the other. Do I have the Lakers here?
JJ Redick of the Lakers challenging this foul call against Gabe Vincent a moment ago. It is a successful challenge.
What?
The end of possession resulting in a jump ball now at midcourt.
Yeah, because Gabe Vincent got ball up top, the resulting contact is considered incidental. So smart challenge by the Lakers.
Edwards against Reeves. Former USA basketball teammates. Edwards missing at the rim. Luka with the hit ahead to Reeves.
Even though there wasn't size at the rim, there were a lot of bodies. Gabe Vincent right down there.
Barrios.
Gobert guarding Reeves on the perimeter. DiVincenzo with the contest. And Minnesota gets the stop. Minnesota, keep in mind, folks, we're top 10 both defensively and offensively this year.
And one of only 4 teams. And you're talking about OKC, Boston, and Cleveland as the other 3.
All 60-win teams as McDaniels hits the wing 3 to make it a 5-point lead for the Lakers.
Now, Minnesota's first shot defense against the Lakers has been pretty good to start, but they've given up so many offensive rebounds.
Doncic is locked in. We're on a fish grease alert right now. He's up to 12 already here in the first quarter.
Using him as a screener, then he just pops right back out.
That's Reed with a classy move to the basket. There's Doncic. Gobert matched up against him. Doncic with the spin. Slams on the brakes. He's up here doing a clinic. Luka with 14.
His skill is unmatched in basketball, but you combine that with his size and strength. Who can guard him? And the answer's been nobody.
As Reed had that one rattle out. Hachimura with the outlet to Doncic.
Minnesota has to start finishing some of these plays near the rim. They have had opportunities in the lane that they haven't cashed in on.
Doncic from 10, that one comes off. DiVincenzo with the rebound. Edwards running the lane in full flight. Raises up and lays it home. That time they finished.
Well, and that's how he can get going a little bit, by getting something in transition where he's not having to shoot the ball over 1 or 2 defenders in the half court.
Edwards averaging a career-high 27.3 points per game in the regular season. Guarding Reeves here.
Went into a little Horns flex.
And rims out. Timberwolves get the stop. Finch makes the call offensively. Edwards steps through and lays it home on the floater. Anthony Edwards starting to find his rhythm. That is his 3rd field goal. He's got 6.
He's going to be able to kick some of those out as well, because the Lakers shell is really tight.
Doncic again. That one comes off to Gobert. Edwards brings it across. As Reeves matched up on him. They tilt the floor with Doncic showing help. Back out to DiVincenzo.
get the Lakers out of that help. They're going to have to move the ball more. Reed for three, way off. That was wide left. We have a whistle and a foul underneath. That's going to go against Gobert. Edwards starting to find his groove a little bit, Jay. One of the ways that he can get going a little bit is get out in transition, get something easy. Good pass ahead by Dante DiVincenzo. He puts the brakes on himself and gives a little up fake, the step through right around Rui Hachimura. He's got a lot of game. It is not just threes where Anthony Edwards can hurt you. A prolific three-level score. But Doncic, the hot hand right now. Alexander Walker checked into the ballgame, got crushed by LeBron James' screen and died on it. Inside, one more to the corner, Gabe Vincent. What a great extra pass by Vanderbilt. Could have taken that easy two. Instead, he sees Gabe Vincent just parked in the corner for a step-in three. There's Randall, cross-court to Alexander Walker from deep. He's been shooting at over 40% this year. One of their best players off the bench all season long. He's been a great 3-and-D guard for them. A left driver, so you have to take away his left. But catch and shoot opportunities, he knocks down those open ones. Inside, Vando got his own miss. Vanderbilt back out to Finney Smith, open from deep. Another offensive rebound basket for the Lakers. Every offensive rebound, you kick it out for those open threes. It's amazing how good that can be. And the reigning sixth man of the year rattles in a jump hook at the other end. He's at 5. Under a minute to go. The pace picking up here in the first quarter. James cross court to Finney Smith. Where this lineup, the smaller lineup, can really spread the floor. Good contest that time by Reed. Working against Doncic. Got Edwards in the air for the foul. And Doncic will get 2 free throws. Jared Vanderbilt, the lefty, catching it right under the bucket instead of going up against Edwards. Kicks it out for that open three. And then another terrific kick out to Dorian Finney-Smith, who is really shooting the ball well of late. They're coming into this game over his last 4. He was 15 of 27 from 3. Wow. It's been great since being acquired in that trade. Well, it's time for our playoff schedule brought to you by Progressive. Tomorrow on ABC, the number 1 seed OKC taking on Memphis in Game 1 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Look at that one.
Boston, Game 1 at 3:30 Eastern Time. Tomorrow night on TNT, Miami at Cleveland at 7 p.m., followed by a 9:30 contest between the Warriors and the Rockets. For more of these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. We'll hand off to Alexander Walker.
200 pounds.
Working against Doncic.
Hell no.
They get the air ball and the
You can
miss.
hear him saying.
Julius Randle wanted to take on Doncic, but he might have helped him a little bit with that fadeaway instead of just go right into his body to try to draw that contact. James has been a little bit conspicuous by his silence offensively. He's only taken 1 shot so far. Has not scored. About a 2-second difference between the shot and game clock. Reed switches on to James. On the cross and twain, LeBron.
Oh, he didn't even hit the board.
Will not get it off in time. That's going to be the end of the first quarter play. Anthony Edwards with 6 points in the ball game. Doncic with 16.
This guy.
5 of 10 from the field. Comfortable against the Timberwolves again in the postseason. Can they get him out of his comfort zone? Back after this.
Man, I didn't even see the score.
Who on your team would you trust on the ox? Ooh. I would say Bron's pretty good, DJ. He's kind of versatile with his His music choices.
100%. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I bring the vibe, the vibe. No matter what kind of vibe it is, I'm bringing the vibe.
I would say Jared Vanderbilt. Cool. I think he's gonna give me a good mix of some oldies and some new stuff.
To say one person, I'd say Austin Reeves. Me and Austin have a very similar taste in music, very chill. Whenever I hear him play music, it's like hip hop rap, but it's not anything like too crazy.
I'd say myself.
Yeah, Roddy, you're wrong on that one, bro.
A little bit of everything.
I would not let Ronnie on Ox. Every time he's in the weight room, he's playing some new crazy music.
Let's take a look at tonight's Power Forward, brought to you by Nissan. A lot of power coming out of Luka to start this game.
He started off on a heater mark. 16 points in the first quarter, 5 of 10 from the field. The rest of the team, 4 of 13. But 11 second chance points off those offensive rebounds have really helped the Lakers.
Yeah, too many second chance points. I think they had 11 of them. That's really where they got a bunch of their cheap threes. And, you know, we did a good job in the first shot defense. Got to take care of that.
Doncic 16 in that first quarter. How do you try to limit his effectiveness?
Yeah, we're going to throw different things at him. But, you know, again, we got to take care of the glass when we make a miss.
Chris, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Welcome back to the NBA playoffs presented by Google. We're here in Los Angeles for the first round presented by ESPN.
Second quarter.
Chris Finch, the head coach of the
Oh, it's
Timberwolves.
21-28.
That first quarter for your squad.
Yeah, too many second chance points. I think they had 11 of them. That's really where they got a bunch of their cheap threes. And, you know, we did a good job in the first shot defense. Got to take care of that.
Doncic 16 in that first quarter. How do you try to limit his effectiveness?
Yeah, we're going to throw different things at him. But, you know, again, we got to take care of the glass when we make a miss.
Chris, good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Yeah, those 11 second chance points and offensive rebounds by the Lakers looming large in that first 12 minutes.
It's hard to gauge your defense. I mean, I really do think Minnesota's first shot defense has been good. They've forced misses. But if you don't clean them up with a defensive rebound, then you're giving up a really wide open three.
It's interesting that LeBron, for the first time in a playoff game, did not score in the first quarter. Did not have any assists either. That bucket will lead down to 5. There's James out top, lines up the 3, got his feet set. Comes off out of bounds. Get some sounds of the game from Coach J.J. Redick.
Hey, our communication right now is great. Our stick hands are great. Our physicality, everything we talk about is really good right now. Keep getting back in transition. That second effort right there is great. Come on.
Not going to like that three ball by McDaniels, but had a great meeting with Coach Redick prior to tip-off tonight. He talked about his juices really flowing at this time of the game. It's like being a player again. You get to compete in these special postseason moments. That's going to be a foul against the Timberwolves.
Mike Conley, the left-hander, comes off that little screening action, just flew right by Vanderbilt. And when Dorian Finney-Smith tried to help out, got caught in no man's land, Jake McDaniels was wide open. And he shot really well in last year's playoffs, 45% from 3.
Big part of their success in being able to get by the Denver Nuggets in 7 games. One game a little bit earlier between the Clippers and the Nuggets. Reeves on the drive. Little giant killer, giant slayer over McDaniels. With that 7-foot reach of his.
Just use that shoulder to create that space. And we talk about the IQ of Luka Doncic and LeBron James, rightfully so, but Austin Reeves' IQ is right there with him.
I think that Minnesota would try and get Julius Randle going a little bit. And he'll Alexander Walker with the float game inside. Makes it just a 2-point game. This Minnesota team a little bit deeper than they were, you could argue, within a season ago.
No, they are deeper.
Reeves left it short. Randle with the rebound, goes off to Reed. And Minnesota playing with a little bit of pace now. Conley.
Also more aggressive driving the ball since that last time out.
And speaking of drives, Alexander Walker into Randle. 10 on the shot clock. Back out to Reed for 3 for the lead. Got it. And Minnesota has stormed back here in the early portion of the second.
31-30. Wow, they took the lead.
First lead of the ball game for the Timberwolves.
Now they're getting threes on penetration and passing, really making the Lakers defense move. And when you get the ball inside to Randle, he's going to draw multiple defenders.
James from deep. Rebounded by McDaniels. Minnesota doing all this with Anthony Edwards on the bench. Randle lets it fly. McDaniels with a big-time board. Oh, a little muscle ball inside. He had Reeves in the weight room.
And that's where the small lineup for the Lakers can hurt them a bit. McDaniels just out-muscled Austin Reeves down low. J.J. Redick wants to talk it over.
Time for an adjustment. Naz Reid, a force since coming off the bench.
And a good passer, playmaker, Julius Randle. You get caught in no man's land, Reed's going to knock down a 3 on you. And then the offensive rebound by Jaden McDaniels for the quick stick back. And Minnesota has the lead.
What's in Spanish now?
Yo no tengo límites, hago lo que sea.
Esto lo van a ver mi familia, güey.
Ya son 7 temporadas de esta mamá.
Una cosa es hacer bromas y otra cosa es faltar al respeto. Eres uno del carajo, güey, qué pedo. Pues están hablando de mi familia, están hablando de mi carrera.
A ver si es cierto que me puedes venir a saltar.
Estoy parado sobre $5 millones. El gran premio del programa de competencias más loco que hayan visto. Todo se reduce a esto.
¿Eso? Sí. Podemos averiguar qué pasó en verdad.
Y aún no terminamos.
Se ve fabuloso. Muero por verla.
Había reservado la suite nupcial. Mi hermana se casa este fin de semana.
Debe haber un malentendido, porque mi hija se va a casar.
Ay, no. Reservamos sus 2 bodas.
¿Qué? Se está acabando nuestro atardecer.
Perdón por el retraso.
Acaba de cerrarme el ojo.
Es una trampa.
Hacía mucho que no me divertía tanto.
Viene gente mala.
¿Quiénes son? Pensé que eras actriz.
Lo era.
Acción.
Pero un policía bueno que me entrenó para ser agente.
¿Como James Bond?
Como James Bond.
No importa lo que pase.
Sabes que siempre te protegeremos.
players to play in all 82 games during the regular season. But he's done it in a variety of ways early on in this game against the Lakers. He's had career highs this year in scoring, rebounding, and assists.
Looks like the Timberwolves come out in a little bit of a half-court zone here. James locks it up. Hayes couldn't complete it. Reed snatches it out of the air to Randall.
Hayes is a lob threat. He's had 56 lob dunks this year for the Lakers, but it gives them a little more rim protection with him in there.
Daniels left that short, got it back, and laid it in over Hachimura. And Minnesota now leading by 5. Jaden McDaniels, 6'9" with a 7'1" reach, and he used all of it there.
Played his college ball in Washington. One of his teammates, Isaiah Stewart, both freshmen together playing for Mike Hopkins, is now with the Phoenix Suns.
James spins, fires, got it, and one. LeBron James on the board. And we'll go to the free throw line trying to complete the three-point play.
Just the size and strength advantage going against the Nickeil Alexander-Walker. There's not much that Walker can do. They just got his body into him as LeBron went up, and he didn't go up with a fadeaway to shoot over. He basically went into his body to draw that contact.
James at the free throw line, where this year he shot a career high after 22 seasons in the NBA. Career high 78% from the foul line.
I watched LeBron James a ton in high school. First seeing him when he was a sophomore at the ABCD camp in Teaneck, New Jersey. And I did one of his high school games when he was at St. Vincent St. Mary, and I kind of hoped he'd retire before I would, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's actually going to happen.
They reposted to Randall. He's got Reeves on him. Cross court to Naz Reid. One more. Alexander Walker got a bird in Doncic, but missed the three ball. Doncic was looking for James with the rim run. Still got a post-up available. Luka out to Hachimura from deep. Tipped out all the way around. They got a 2-on-1.
3-on-1.
Alexander Walker to Conley from the corner pocket three. Butter.
Damn.
5-point swing.
38-33.
Lakers miss a layup, and they get a 3 on the other end.
You miss it easy too, get a 3.
Still doing this, Minnesota, without Anthony Edwards on the floor. Reeves working against Naz Reid. Reid staying in front of him. Hayes inside. And he was held like a grudge under there by Conley, who fouled him. That's his first.
Off the miss. Jackson Hayes tries to knock it back out to a teammate, and all of a sudden you're giving up a wide open 3 on the other end. Remember the days when you had a fast break and everybody would run to the rim?
None of this John Wooden stuff.
No, they used to cross underneath. Now you just run right to the corner and flatten out the defense.
Dinosaurs out here? What was that, Jurassic Park basketball?
It did take us a while to figure out the whole math of the thing, that 3 is more than 2.
But 2 is more than 0. Hayes at the free throw line.
Nobody misses a corner.
Corner. Jason.
The Los Angeles Lakers
is it Jackson or Jason?
Have not committed a foul in the ball game so far.
Here, watching the Lakers lose their lead.
I'm not sure that's necessarily a good thing. You want to get a little bit more physical.
And then texting the clients.
Alexander Walker against Doncic.
38-34.
Got Reeves on him. Got a whistle and a defensive 3-second call against.
Raul, what's good? Well, I gotta put the score because it's already for second half.
Chris Finch was telling us he loves when Mike Conley is aggressive, looking to score a little bit more than he usually does. Really supercharges them at the offensive end as Dante DiVincenzo is ready to go for the Timberwolves.
George? Jonesy, Jay, don't forget when Chris Finch told us that since he's the elder statesman of the team, the guys look at him as their favorite uncle on the roster, and as he certainly imparts wisdom all the time to them.
Conley is always the quote-unquote adult in the room when it comes to the Timberwolves.
Oops. Thanks for the like. What's up? What you up to? You just come out of work? Oh man, Copa del Rey. Hold on, when is Copa del Rey? Copa del Rey is Sunday was Chelsea and Barca. Semis. Million Torres. Oh, the next West is gonna be good. The FA Cup, Copa del Rey final Saturday, and then the 27th. What's Chelsea and Barca? And then Champions at the end of the month.
They put up a statue outside. Wow, this arena, it might just be that. What a block. Stan Wilson on the backboard that time. Anthony Edwards back in the ball.
Just got back.
6 points in that.
Oh man, we're watching the LA right now.
Sees two, good nail help by LeBron.
They were winning by like 9.
It comes off.
Oh my
To
God.
Reed for 3, and Nas Reed laces the deep one.
42. What is that? 7, 8.
James turns the corner and knocks away. Minnesota off and running. DiVincenzo.
Got him.
Nice show and go, and Dante leads it in.
Damn. Timeout. Come on.
So concerned about the 3 and very intelligently.
10-point lead.
That shot fake turning it into an easy layup. Right now, Minnesota's got the Lakers.
23-6 run.
They have outscored Los Angeles 23-6 in the second quarter.
In 7 minutes.
Vertical challenges by the rim. They made it really difficult on LA.
Wow. If they make this timeout.
Timeout Lakers. The Timberwolves starting to flow here in Los Angeles.
13-point lead. It's 47 now. Damn. Extra ticket. Someone got an extra ticket? Oh. Luka. It's 5 against 2. Oh. Damn, got him. Got him. Raul. Oh my God, they're losing. I didn't watch the Dodgers too because I just came out of work. Oh. Let's go, Lakers. Let's go. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's just not putting in the effort or anything. They're like, I think they're overconfident. So you know, you're like, yeah, you know, we got it. And then all of a sudden you're down.
You can win $1 million with a perfect bracket. Make your playoff picks with NBA Pick'em Bracket Challenge presented by Castrol.
You know, I've never been to the gift shop Staples. I mean, crypto.
on the NBA app. Well, Minnesota, Jay, had the number 6 rated defense. They've shown it here.
Yeah, they've really done a great job defensively.
That was good
First,
defense.
Dante DiVincenzo gets a block, then Nas Reed
Gobert
on LeBron James, and then Rudy Gobert wipes one away with the right hand against LeBron James.
DiVincenzo.
Some transition opportunities.
Nice.
Minnesota right now shooting 51% from the field overall. They're 8 of
For
15
half.
from 3. And after that last time out, when George Sedano was talking to Chris Finch, you say, hey, the Lakers have 11 second chance points. Well, now,
damn, the bench got 13.
With 11 of their own, and Jaden McDaniels has been a big reason why.
They need to slow it down or something.
Rebounds and stickbacks.
Come on, man, make it. Let's go. Out of timeout. All right, back to 10. Let's get some stops. Hachimura.
Is an excellent three-point shooter.
9 points. Who? Oh. Nice.
They missed that wide open one. What a great play by Nas Reed to keep that ball alive and get it to a teammate.
Oh, nice switch. And one. Oh my God.
On Gobert, that might be his 3rd personal foul now. That's
Third.
His 3rd. So a little bit of a decision to be faced now by Chris Finch.
Sit him down or keep him.
Doncic goes to the free throw line.
It's so difficult.
Once he switched it, ooh, got him.
Stop and go. Plays off the floor.
Oh yeah.
Always comes to a 2-foot jump stop, and his deceleration is so difficult to deal with because you're going at a pace like he's going to keep going, and then he just slows down or stops.
Incredible skill.
That's hard on the knees, though.
Traded to Los Angeles 77 days ago. You already know from the Mavericks exchange.
77 days.
And I can say this in speaking with some of the Lakers staff, that he has impressed the entire staff and his teammates with his ethos, his work ethic so far in getting in his pre-game shooting routines and conditioning and his post-game lifts. He is looking extremely sharp here in game 1 so far.
Well, the Lakers in their history have had some blockbuster trades. Wilt Chamberlain from Philadelphia. They're getting Kareem Abdul-Jabbar from Milwaukee, and then Shaquille O'Neal when he's in Orlando, but nothing has been quite like Luka Doncic in the middle
I mean,
of the season.
Shaq, Kareem, that's some blockbusters.
Jay, that was the first foul called against the Lakers in the ball game with 4:09 to go here in the first half, sending Nas Reed to the free throw line. That foul against Austin Reeves. It's got to be some kind of playoff record. Look at our Statman Steve LeBeau on that to look that up.
Bobby.
When they talk about guarding without fouling, I guess the Lakers have done it extremely
Nice, that was a good foul there.
This is the first free throw. Well, our Stanley Cup playoffs first round coverage begins tomorrow.
Oh, the Kings.
With 3 game 1s.
Let's go. Hold on, let me put this over here.
Starting at 3, then 7 to 10 Eastern. Our pregame coverage begins with the
Está los Kings, man.
2 Eastern on ESPN.
Tomorrow, Kings. Oh no, hoy que es sábado.
Not won a Stanley Cup since 1967. The dream goes on. Doncic brings it across against Anthony Edwards. Back to the days of Turf Broda. Hey, now we're talking.
Oh. Oh my God.
Long outlet to Randall. Here's Edwards with 6 points in the ballgame. Facing Finney Smith. Shrink the floor on him. Randall on the drive. The kick to Reed. And another 3-ball by the reigning 6-man of the year. Even though that was a penetration that was meant to get Julius Randle all the way to the rim, the penetration by Minnesota has set up a lot of easy opportunities for 3. And LeBron James with the field goal, his second one of the ball game. He's got 5. Lakers going to have to adjust. They cannot leave corner shooters on that penetration. Edwards raises up and threw the hit on Finney Smith. He rocketed into the atmosphere. And we'll go to the free throw line. When Julius Randle
catches the ball on the right side, puts it on the deck. Rui Hachimura tries to stop that penetration. He just can't leave a corner shooter. I mean, that's going to be a contested 2, and instead you give up a wide open 3.
Anthony Edwards at the free throw line. Interesting story here, folks. Let this land on you. Chris Hines, his player development coach, his assistant coach right there, has been sending Anthony Edwards video clips of the '91 NBA Finals between Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson. And in every clip, it was Michael going at Magic. His theme, his message to Edwards is to beat the king, you can't go around or under or over the king. You have to go through the king. And that has Edwards in a great headspace coming into this series.
He's got the athleticism and strength to go through just about anybody, go over him.
Here's the king with the ball. James out front against Reed. A long 2 is good. Took a couple rhythm dribbles, Jay, and it paid off.
Right now for LA, this is about getting stops. Good fake.
DiVincenzo from deep. Loose ball in Minnesota, the first one's there.
Austin Reeves has gone for about 3 fakes by Dante DiVincenzo.
That's going to be a foul against Lucas, says Tyler Ford. That is the 3rd team foul, first against Doncic.
Doncic just reaching around with that right hand, and it looked like he got quite a bit of ball, but I'm sure there was some body contact. There was some arm in there as well.
Edwards out top with 8 points. It's Luke on the switch. Likes that matchup, sprays it to the corner. Randall for 3. Got it. And that's the type of playmaking they're expecting from him, right?
Yeah, and he is a playmaking big guy. A lot of times he does it with his back to the basket and around the elbow. Just the penetration and going off the dribble has really drawn multiple defenders, and Minnesota's playing out of it. I don't think that LA can continue to overhelp like this.
Put 2 on Doncic. Hachimura, 1 more to James. 1 more. A malfunction at the junction by the Lakers. 5th turnover.
Edwards drawn like 4 guys in the lane. LeBron James just recovering out late to Julius Randle, and Randle's been shooting the ball 45% from 3 in April.
Cool. Oh, what happened to my likes? Se fueron mis likes, mama.
Yo te dije algo.
No, se fueron mis likes.
The shots with 1:24 to go in the opening half.
McDaniels was on the all-defensive team in the NBA last year, but that's just a ton of size and strength he's having to try to stop on a back down.
Doncic with 18 in the ball game so far. And folks, don't forget, coming up on the Kia halftime, Malika Andrews, Stephen A. Smith, Kendrick Perkins, Udonis Haslem, and Shams in the studio, talking about the Lakers and the Timberwolves, and in particular, some of the nuances with LeBron's first half struggles, especially at the offensive end. Anthony Reddick was telling us earlier that he has noticed LeBron's ramp up towards game 1. He's been here before. He is the least of his concerns. Doncic, meanwhile, with 20.
That's 16 of those 20 in the first quarter.
Edwards on the wing. Randall wrestling with Reeves. The double team comes on the catch.
Oh, eso.
An offensive foul against Randall.
Right on the catch. Luka Doncic came from the weak side for the double. And as Randall tried to turn away from it, Austin Reeves just able to essentially take the charge and draw the offensive foul.
Daniels will go to the bench. Neil Alexander Walker comes in with 67 seconds to go in the opening half.
Lakers have a real opportunity here to get a couple of scores and a stop and cut into this lead before the half.
¿Vas a estar mañana aquí, ma?
¿Sí?
Oh, ¿me puedes hacer el favor que... Porque tengo yo un task en Long Beach y lo tenía para el martes, pero me salió otro trabajo en el mismo tiempo. So, ese lo voy a mover mañana. Para el de martes lo voy a mover para mañana. Así ya lo hago, ya me saco de ese trabajo, ya puedo estar más tranquilo. Y pues ahí va a estar Henry atrás, no sé si hay pedos allá.
Ay, yo tengo problema. Nada de problema, porque estás en el parking en el lado de tu...
Okay.
Y además la güera esa no mete ni saca carne.
Okay.
Ahí no hay problema. Pero cualquier cosa, yo voy a estar para el TAS, pero si no me llaman, aquí no voy a estar.
Ok, pues va a venir a las 9:30, voy a estar aquí, yo le voy a dar un billete, después ya hablamos un poquito, después ya me voy a Long Beach.
Lo más tarde que a mí me llaman es a las 10:30 para hacer un trabajo, 12:30, 1 o 2.
Ok.
Cualquier cosa.
Ok. Nice.
DiVincenzo with the rebound. They turn off the shot clock, and Minnesota will be able to run it all the way down.
Take this with just enough time for an offensive rebound. The matchup they're looking for, Reeves, and now they put 2 on the ball on Edwards.
Edwards gets off of it. And that was the foul they had to give. First one in the last 2 minutes for the Lakers. It'll be sideline out of bounds. Second foul against Reeves. With 4.6 to go.
Thanks for the comments. Let's go. Lo Chanzo. Damn.
They were looking for Edwards coming off that screen after he inbounded it, but Dante DiVincenzo just short-circuited that. A logo 3.
After the break, it's back to the studio with Malika, Stephen A. and the crew with the Kia halftime.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook, is brought to you by Google, proud sponsor of the NBA, and Progressive. Protect your auto, home, and business.
Ya están perdiendo, mamá. Lo Chanzo.
Lakers fans, the Los Angeles Lakers are proud to present a genre-defying electro-acoustic duo, Archive. Archive transforms the beautiful tones of the cello and the violin into epic soundscapes that resemble a rock band backed by a complete orchestra. You might have seen them at Grammys on the Hill, Cirque du Soleil, Carnegie Hall, or on a TED Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Archive.
Ahí está. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put it mute. They're at halftime right now. I think they're done. Let's watch a little soccer. Oh, he's gone already. Halftime. See if it's ready. Oh, I should have found out other NBA channels. League Pass? Let me see. Let's try League Pass 2. League Pass 3. Actually, I'll just put it on the regular. Don't make it that difficult. There you go.
Edwards couldn't finish, got all the way inside.
72. Wow. 21-point lead.
Sprays it out to Reeves. Open from deep. Got it. When Edwards went down on the other end, he wasn't able to get up quickly, and then it became 5-on-4.
They only scored like 7 points.
A little bit more tempered with respect to his
60. Dang, 12.
Back out to Edwards, one more.
Nice.
Got Luka in the air.
Floater.
Got it back. Randall at the wall.
Travel.
Julius Randall putting some muscle in his
Damn.
Completing the three-point play.
The ball movement, Mark, has been so good for Minnesota. When they got it back out to Julius Randall and he drove it, went with that little floater, but he was the quickest to get to that offensive rebound with that second jump and getting the stick back. The offensive glass has been a huge factor. Early on, it was in favor of the Lakers, but Minnesota shut that down, and it's been nothing but Minnesota on the offensive glass ever since.
Julius Randall has heard the whispers and the murmurs from the critics about his past playoff performances, but keep in mind, last year he missed the entire playoffs as a member of the Knicks, and then the season before that he was injured, so he's fully healthy and ready to rock out here with the Timberwolves.
And his decision-making has been so good, especially the second half of the season. It takes some time after a trade for everybody to get used to that.
They turn over Doncic. Connolly pulls the three, and it's all coming up good for the Timberwolves.
Is this a video game?
Wow, it feels like it.
23-point lead.
15 of 26 from deep.
There goes home field advantage.
58% on their three-pointers.
They need points and stops.
Spellbinding three-point shooting by the visitors.
Bro, why are you guys burning claw? You got
and one. And got the foul on Randall. It's going to be a second personal foul.
Well, after the turnover, Mike Conley, instead of taking it to the basket, just decides to pull up from three on the right side.
Bro,
the lefty
Lakers are getting killed.
Out of Ohio State.
Bro, what's up with that?
Chris Finch wanted to be more aggressive. That's about as aggressive as it gets.
Take it. Doncic against Alexander Walker. Pardon me, that's McDaniels. Doncic lost the handle. Running it back the other way, Edwards surveys. Empty out the side for Randall, going to walk down Reeves. Inside to McDaniels, he couldn't make the catch. 3-on-1 coming back the other way.
Oh.
Whistle and a foul. And
is that a...
It's like Doncic and Randall collided in the backcourt. You could hear it. Luka's grabbing his right upper leg.
Is that
Randall, his third. Randall blew a tire. He lost a shoe in the collision.
Those were two big bodies that hit head on.
Felt that tremor courtside.
You really could feel it. I mean, you could hear it.
Oh, yeah. That's a, what's that called?
Randall tried to go up and get the pass and knock it out of the air and ended up knocking down Doncic.
You know, Jay, they have all these resistance bands and stretches and dynamic stretching and warm-ups, but that quarter's hard. It doesn't matter when you...
It does not.
A 260-pound man lands on top of it.
What? They didn't even call it
as much as the initial contact.
a lane foul?
A little Horns chin action. Doncic into the corner.
That's like a foul there.
Hachimura got Gobert in the air. Edwards taking on the challenge of James. 7 on the shot clock. Get Conley into the action. 2 on the shot clock. Hachimura has to pull. And that's a great stop for Minnesota.
Horrible.
About as tough a 2 as you're going to take.
Off the
On
dribble
LeBron?
3, Anthony Edwards, hotter than fish grease.
Damn.
And when LeBron James went for that steal, gambled on
What's
it.
that, 26?
And you're just going to leave Anthony Edwards. You better get it, or it's a wide open 3.
It's 80-54. Minnesota is leading by 26 points here as we approach the midway point of the third quarter. Edwards around Reeves, little heat check. Rebounded by Hachimura. Minnesota still shooting 57% from deep on high volume.
More than half.
Daniels staying in front of Doncic.
Right now, Minnesota basically has as many threes as the Lakers have overall field goals.
Damn.
When LeBron James tries to get this steal, gambles
He was
for
there
it,
late.
just leaves Anthony Edwards wide open for that step-in 3. They got a little bit of late pressure on Rui Hachimura, but he was already lasered in on it.
Anthony Edwards told me that in all those shooting competitions he did this summer with Steph Curry as part of USA Basketball, he was hanging with Steph and he said, you know what, I'm going to shoot more threes this year. About 10 a game and made 40%. Doncic, little work inside on one.
Chip it away, chip it away.
You're going to shoot a career high 39.5%, rounded up to 40. You should take more. But so many of them are off the dribble and step backs. Not like they're all standstill.
Daniels races up inside over Luka for the bucket.
Damn.
Now they're starting to spread the Lakers out, and that's going to open up more driving lanes. Really smart drive by Jaden McDaniels from the corner.
Bear switches on to Doncic. Good contest, but Luka makes a tough shot.
A smart play by Gobert, not to foul Luka Doncic once he got past him. I mean, that's just a 2.
It's up to 24 now. Edwards. Cross court, Naz Reid, who was hot in the first half. This one comes off to Gobert. He got stripped by James.
As soon as he brought it down, James took it.
Edwards was grabbing James like a defensive back in coverage right there, Jay, and that's going to be a foul against Edwards. I'm talking about man-to-man lockdown coverage here.
Hey, it's the playoffs, man. The first 5 yards, you can have contact.
He was holding him like a grudge. I'm not sure what he's arguing about right there.
Yeah, that's not a foul. That's where the official throws the flag.
Damn.
Doncic looking for the post up, and Reeves almost threw it away. He does. McDaniels, and Minnesota has numbers. McDaniels onto the corner. Edwards sets his feet. Wet. That thing splashes again.
Damn, bro. Splash Brothers.
There just aren't enough timeouts to stop the bleeding right now for LA.
Nobody's running, come on.
This Lakers team right now
It's time and
disconcerted,
don't lose it.
discombobulated, and disconnected. And
Okay.
knocks down the 3. It stands at 24.
Chris Finch wanted Rudy Gobert to get out there and just force the drive.
Time out on the floor. We'll be right back after this.
Damn. Still 23.
Escapar en 3 megalotones gigantescos y quién sabe qué más.
¿Eso? Sí. Podemos averiguar qué pasó en verdad.
Y aún no terminamos.
Se ve fabuloso. Me muero por verla.
Pim, 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 pim. Gatos.
bastante poco claro.
Para hacer música, mal oído, ¿no? ¿Quién eres y qué quieres? Cupido. Cupido no existe.
¿A dónde vamos?
Al pasado. Elena. Estaba guapo, ¿verdad?
Estabas. Mañana es cuando tú y yo
Nos damos el primer beso.
¿qué hacemos?
It froze.
Agente Gray, mi mejor agente.
¿Cielo?
Hay un archivo canario negro. Se lo robarás a tu agencia para mí. Y si no lo haces, tu esposo muere.
Quiero a todos los agentes en el caso.
¡Búscala! Siempre creíste en mí. Hazlo ahora.
Black Canary.
Y aquí estamos. Decidimos poner un barquito. Dios mío, por favor. Tenemos artistas de primer nivel, gente que le está rompiendo.
Commercial break.
Minnesota's three-point shooting has been sublime in this game. 17 for 30 mark in this game. And so many of these three-point shots have come from the catch spot. It's not like they've been off the dribble or contested. A lot of them have come. There have been some in transition, but a lot have come off penetration and also off offensive rebounds where they kick it out for a step-in three. But right now, LA's going to have to spread out and get the three-point shooters. And that's going to open up some driving opportunities, and that's been really good for Minnesota ever since the start of the second quarter when they were really aggressive, driving the ball into the paint and then kicking it out.
Now they're going to spread them out.
Wide open threes. They were fourth in the NBA this year in three-point shooting percentage during the regular season, and almost 38%.
Jade McDaniels, he's 3 of 3 from three-point range. He's got 21 points coming into this game. And he's been just 2 of 19 from 3 in April.
He's moved at the right time. So did this guy. Nas Reed connects again.
This game is
Nas
done.
Reed off the bench, the reigning sixth man of the year, has 20.
What is that, 27 points?
Hey, I ask you, what has happened to the prolific production of Doncic that we saw in the first quarter?
Well, they're taking the ball out of the net every possession. I mean, right now, I think the Lakers have been shell-shocked from the second quarter on. They got outscored by 18 in the second quarter. And then
they're getting out-coached, outscored.
With an 11-0 run.
Edwards with the extra pass. Reed couldn't cash out, and here's Reeves.
Well, you're surprised when they miss. It feels that kind of game.
He was trying to draw the hit from Alexander Walker cross court. Finney Smith.
Just shoot a 2, bro. Man, you don't have to get
caught below 10. Doncic on top against DiVincenzo. Into the quarter, Gabe Vincent from deep.
Nah.
A little bit strong. Edwards controls as we approach 3 minutes to go in the third.
They're taking too much time.
Finney Smith defending. Now he gets Luke on the switch. A favorable matchup for Ant-Man. Raises up inside, and it comes off.
Doncic's able to push off to grab that rebound.
Reeves
has
the foul. And Austin Reeves will go to the free throw line with just under 3 minutes to go. Anthony Edwards
he got hip checked.
Limping to the sidelines for Minnesota. And he's going to go right into the locker room. Not An auspicious sign.
Not good.
For the visitors. Once he got that switch, had Doncic on, just blew right past. And Jared Vanderbilt right there to challenge at the rim. You don't see Anthony Edwards miss that many of those.
He called for the trainer immediately.
Damn.
He was grimacing as he went off the court. He's holding his calf.
It's cramping.
Yeah, that looks like a cramp when he grabbed his foot.
9 times out of 10, whenever you want to grab your foot and pull it up towards yourself like that. Let's hope that that's all it is.
Cramping.
Reeves knocks down the second free throw. Anthony Edwards, 17
Probably
in the
some
ball.
IV.
5 on the floor. DiVincenzo, Conley, Randall, Nas Reed, and Alexander Walker. Here's Randall. What do you make of his play today so far, Julius Randall?
I think he's been really smart. Excellent playmaking. He's been finding teammates.
Travel? Nice.
Rare turnover. Got 11 points in the ball game to go along with 4 dimes.
22.
Turnover the ball game for Minnesota. Hey, the first round of the NBA playoffs. It continues tomorrow afternoon with a doubleheader on ABC at 1 Eastern. Game 1, Memphis at Oklahoma City, then at 3:30. Game 1 between Orlando and Boston, the reigning champs. Our coverage tips at 12:30 Eastern with NBA Countdown. Whistle. Looks like we're going to have a technical foul against Coach Finch. That'll put Reeves at the free throw line. If your glass is half full, guy, you're saying at least Chris Finch is up and able at this time. Last year in the playoffs, he spent it on the heart.
That's right.
After suffering a catastrophic knee injury and was being wheeled around after the first round. Good to see him up and moving. 21-point lead for the Timberwolves. Doncic got by DiVincenzo.
No foul?
Off inside. Doncic looking for the foul. He needs to get back in transition. Right now, Minnesota has to be resolute on the offensive end. You got a big
19. Nice.
Let's
go.
Just did. Here's James.
Get in there. Fuck it. Get that.
Shoulder down, put his head down, got the lay. And we got a timeout, Minnesota.
It's a fight. Yeah, they gotta show some passion. Let's go.
LeBron James trying to catalyze a comeback. Part of a 10-0 sprint right now for the Lakers.
Let's go. 10 run.
Lead has been whittled down to 17 with 2:03.
Man, you guys gotta fight.
Embaixo de mim tem 5 milhões de dólares. O grande prêmio do reality de competição mais insano que vocês já viram. É só isso que importa.
I froze.
Lead has been whittled down to 17 with 2:03 to go in the third.
Embaixo de mim tem 5 milhões de dólares. O grande prêmio do reality de competição mais insano que vocês já viram. É só isso que importa.
Oh, it froze. Let me see if I can put it in English. Who was playing today? Oh. It's freezing. See what NBA TV has.
Are forcing shots, and we start to see a lot.
The Knicks.
For 3 quarters, we're playing
in the moment, playing the entire game.
Oh my God. All right.
The last 2 minutes of the quarter. Side out of bounds.
This is where Minnesota has got to be really strong on the offensive end. You got this lead, you're not going to keep pitching a shutout on defense against the Lakers. You have to be good on offense.
DiVincenzo inside, got it to go off glass.
What a great cut and delivery with the spread floor.
And Conley with the steal on James. Minnesota with numbers. Alexander Walker pulls, but that way short. That'll be Laker basketball.
With the floor completely spread, Jared Vanderbilt just goes right to the ball, not really jumping to the ball, but giving a lane to Dante DiVincenzo. That was a beautiful pass.
Boy, what an addition DiVincenzo has been to this Minnesota team. Really finding his way in the second half of the season as Doncic scores over him.
And that matchup is going to be difficult for DiVincenzo. He tried to stay low and use leverage, but Doncic is just so strong.
Doncic with 28. DiVincenzo with the show and go. Out to Conley. Conley with the float game with the offhand, which is really his strong hand. He's a lefty, but that is his patented shot.
Minnesota just playing 5 out. And Austin Reeves went for another shot there.
Got an easy one there. The snooze button defensively for Minnesota. Still a 17-point game. There's a 10-second difference between the shot and game clock for Randall. Stares down Reeves. DiVincenzo wrestled away by Vanderbilt and a jump ball with those two. Case of poor spacing there, Jay.
Yeah, just difficult on the handoff. It was so close to the sideline, that just gives you an opportunity, one, to get trapped, but Vanderbilt, who's a really good defender, was right there with that left arm and showed a lot of strength to tie that thing up.
We've got 15.8 to go in that quarter. 5 on the shot clock if the Timberwolves win the tip and get possession. Vanderbilt, the former Minnesota Timberwolves, spent a couple of years in Minnesota. Minnesota's got to go to work quickly here. Randall in a rush. Reed loses it. DiVincenzo pulls. Alexander Walker kept it alive and drew the foul on Doncic, who failed to block out.
Well, I'm not sure Vanderbilt was even ready for that jump ball. He didn't even jump.
Third foul on Doncic.
And when the shot goes up, he's right behind 2 Timberwolves who had inside position. He just gave a push in the back.
Walker makes the first. Today's officials are crew chief Mark Davis, referee Tyler Ford, and umpire Brian Forte, alternate John Butler, and the replay center official in Secaucus, New Jersey, Andy Nagy. They're among the 36 officials selected to work the first round of the 2025 playoffs, a group which is an average of over 17 years of NBA experience. It includes 9 officials who have worked 100 or more playoff games. In round 1. Lead back up to 19. Doncic has to work expeditiously and to go! Off glass at the buzzer! Maybe a sign of things to come for the Laker Nation. Nobody pressed up, and Doncic took advantage of it. They'll review it by rule. The NBA playoffs on ABC, presented by Google, will continue after these messages and a word from our ABC station. Had a calf injury this year. So I hope it's just a cramp, and like you said, when you see a guy pull your toes up towards you, just for, oh good. Come on, man, some pickle juice.
Oh, Jeff Black is in the house. Hey, let's go. What's the score? Oh, I see it. I gotta mute it, you know, because of the song.
Welcome back to the NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Here at JJ Redick of the Lakers. Huge momentum shift there. How did you guys able to trim that lead there in the third?
We finally played with an intensity level
that
warrants the playoffs. Like our physicality, our effort, it was regular season to start.
And then how do you close them out? What is the most important factor, JJ?
We gotta get stops, and it's not really scheme stuff. There's nothing schematically they're doing that's exploiting us. We just got to be better on that end.
Good luck, JJ. Thank you. Guys, back to you.
All right, underway here. Luka Doncic knocks down the three to start the fourth and final quarter. Randall inside. Had it knocked away. As Anthony Edwards
there you go. Thanks for the likes.
What can you tell us?
Banana was good. Man, y'all missing a game.
Questionable at the moment.
They're like chipping. Oh, wow. He's hurt? Questionable.
Timberwolves Randall going to do a little bit more heavy lifting.
I think he pulled it.
Into the floor, knocks down the midi.
Because it's warm, so it feels like it's a cramp.
Be an on-demand scorer.
Right there. Oh.
James with the cut inside.
And one. What a foul over the bag.
Assembled a little bit of offensive rhythm here. James now.
Hey.
And we're going to get a foul against Minnesota.
and Julius Randle. He got a technical foul. He got tied up with Jarrett Vanderbilt. And I think Randle thought, hey, he's going on a little bit too long.
Foul fourth right there. You don't have to do it in front of the official. Now it looks like Anthony Edwards is at the scorer's table. And we'll check back into the ball game for Minnesota. So able to go. Had a wrap on that right calf area. Edwards was 17 in the ball game.
There you go.
His decision making overall has been pretty good.
12-point lead.
Facing those doubles.
Be fast. Be fast.
Doncic defensively.
Oh.
Luka trying to press up on Ant. With pristine, opportunist footwork. Edwards knocks down the midi.
That was a move made like he's been playing the whole game. Not been in the locker room for the last I don't know how many
Nice.
Oh. Take a look back at the injury a moment ago when Edwards had to leave the game. Missing this drive, immediately grabbing his foot. And then this was the move a moment ago.
Just put the brakes on and then pivoted with a little fadeaway over Doncic.
Nice.
Speaking of Doncic, got the layup inside. The lead is down to 12.
LA much more aggressive in this quarter. They came out, ran something for Doncic. It looked like it was going to be a little cross screen and then down screen for the screener, but he cut it short to get that three.
Edwards off the bounce, spins. Back out to a wide open Randle. Cash out.
What a pass by Anthony Edwards.
101. First to 100.
Drawing multiple defenders and then finding the open man for another standstill three.
7th assist for Edwards.
Is it a little too late?
James goes to the wing. Vanderbilt faked the handback. And Connolly chasing down the rebound. With pace into the front court, they've got numbers. Conley all the way to the rim. And Vanderbilt cherry picking at the other end. They didn't see him. Vincent pulls it. Vando
Nice.
with the tip in.
Naz Reid is still down. It looked like he and Vanderbilt hit heads.
Oh my gosh,
I'm not sure anybody saw it.
They kept on playing, and Naz Reid is face down.
Both he and Vanderbilt went down initially.
Concussion?
It looked like they hit heads with one another.
We're going to take a timeout and come right back.
Was that 12? 13. 14% too.
Naz Reid, who has been an irrepressible scorer tonight, he's got 20 points, but a moment ago, on a drive to the basket by Jared Vanderbilt of the Lakers, took a shot to the head and immediately grabbed his left eye area, right above his eye. Got clipped right there. And then he fell on top of Vanderbilt when he just tripped over him, and then Vanderbilt's head went into the wood. I saw them both holding their heads, and I figured they had to have bumped heads, but you can see clearly what happened just there. A little horn set right now into what looked like a flex. Edwards flashed into the lane. They didn't see him. 9 on the shot clock. Alexander Walker. Edwards on the wing. 4 on the shot clock. Got to get busy. Contested 3. Rims out right to Randall. Makes a little space. Got blocked by LeBron James. And James out of the pack with the basketball. Randall double clutch, and he grabbed that offensive rebound, just getting it over Luka Doncic. When he double clutched, that allowed LeBron James to block it. He's got 3 today. Luka missed inside, no whistle, out of bounds. It'll stay Laker basketball, says Mark Davis. Doncic has been talking quite a bit with the officials. He felt like he got fouled by Rudy Gobert. Doncic has 37 in the game. Good denied defense, and now Luka makes the catch. The step back mid, he's going to be short. And they get the stop. Edwards on the fly into the front court. Calls up Luka into the action. Got his air fryer out, ready to cook. And
Luka, let's D up, nice.
Gets it back. Pulls the 3, and it's wet.
He's hot right now.
Shooter in the NBA this year. But that is really good patience by Anthony Edwards. He could have forced one up over Doncic, but instead gave it to a teammate and got it back. Next to his burgeoning maturity. Early on the season, remember he was complaining about being frustrated not having driving lines because he get doubled so much. But well, he's really bowed up, and he's handling every defense thrown at him.
Lost the handle, got it back, whistle, and a timeout called by Finch with 8 on the shot clock.
Patience paying dividends, Jay. Edwards is such a great scorer. He thought he might try to drive this, maybe take a contested 3, but gave the ball up after the shot fake and gets it back, and then drills one, catch and shoot right in Doncic's drill.
Looks that up.
NBA First Round, presented by ESPN Bet
LA.
Sportsbook, is brought to you by Dell Technologies. Welcome to now.
¿Listo? Sí. Podemos averiguar qué pasó en verdad.
Y aún no terminamos.
Se ve fabuloso.
Me muero por verla.
Cuando atas a alguien demasiado fuerte, se lastima al liberarse. No se queda atrapado para siempre.
Estoy parado sobre $5 millones. El premio final del programa de competencias más loco que hayan visto. Y para tratar de ganarlo, llegan estos 1000 concursantes. ¡Que corra el tiempo!
Eso jamás se había visto en televisión.
Este juego tal vez sea el más despiadado que haya hecho en mi vida.
Todo se encuentra en juego.
Todo se reduce a esto.
Prime.
Ahora sí que el after se puso raro, pero aquí estamos.
Y en esta época donde la cancelación está tan presente, meter un grupo de inadaptados a la casa suena como una idea muy arriesgada. Eso es justo lo que haremos.
Para ser abogado eres bastante poco claro.
Para hacer música, mal oído, ¿no? ¿Quién eres y qué quieres? Cupido. Cupido no existe.
¿A dónde vamos?
Al pasado. Elena, estaba guapo, ¿verdad?
Estabas. Mañana es cuando tú y yo...
Nos damos el primer beso.
¿Qué hacemos?
Oh my god, so much commercials.
Ha sido acusado públicamente
Ay, güey.
de abuso sexual.
Te persigue. Ya faltan
It's time to check out this week's playoff tracker brought to you by Pepsi. A look at the bracket in the Western Conference. OKC, the winningest team in the league this year, hosts Memphis tomorrow on ABC at 1 o'clock, and the rest of it down to Houston Golden State. Julius Randle with the resonant tones from the court.
The only way they get back in and make this a game is transition. They're going to try to get easy ones, bro. Stay focused. Stay locked in. One possession. We're doing exactly what we said we was coming here to do. Stay locked.
His comfort level has reached the point where he feels like he's a seamless fit right now with this Timberwolves team. And some of the best basketball of the season towards the end of the year. James drives the closeout and punches it home. The lead is 14, plenty of time. Plenty of time. And just really smart out of the double team. They brought 2 to Doncic and then were able to swing it. I think there's a foul there.
The shot to him.
Foul's going to go against Reeves. Here's LeBron. Nothing you can do about that. Just drove the closeout into the middle. He got a hit on the arm, too. Yeah, he did get hit. But really smart.
He said
Doncic to
N1,
pass
14.
out of that double. Lakers now looking like a little 2-3 zone. They did a lot of that against Oklahoma City. McDaniels attacks it, got the short mini. Usually on that first possession, Jay, you'll see some teams struggle against the zone. Not that time.
Yeah, the Lakers were hoping that would get Minnesota to stand around a little bit. But that wasn't the case. And I don't think J.J. Redick wants to play that zone when Dante DiVincenzo is in the lineup.
That's how Kobe got hurt, too.
The foul on Finney-Smith. Well, the first round of the NBA playoffs continues tomorrow afternoon with a doubleheader on ABC. At 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Memphis taking on Oklahoma City. At 3:30, Game 1 of Orlando-Boston. The reigning champs. Our coverage tips off at 12:30 Eastern with NBA Countdown. Some people that doubt the winningest team in the NBA in OKC. Check their lack of playoff experience. We'll find out. Reeves with a moonball.
Hell no.
It comes off to Randle.
There's no way he was going to make that.
There's down Finney-Smith off the wide action.
DiVincenzo. I think he played with the Celtics.
Randle into the paint.
Oh, get it. Ah.
Couple feints. And James got the block. That's going to be an offensive foul. And
did you get fouled?
Took a shot on the play.
Randall's had 6 turnovers in this game, almost a 7th. He just goes right
elbow.
into the chin of LeBron James, a clear offensive foul.
Yeah, literally into the chin.
Oh, yeah.
That's, by definition, an unusual launch angle. The amendments to the rule book a couple of years ago.
It was not.
As LeBron now will come out, Doncic comes back in after
it was not intentional.
Beginning at the offensive end, James with 19. Did not score a point in the first quarter. Minnesota leading by 16 as we approach the midway point of the fourth quarter. Game 1. That's going to be a foul against DiVincenzo. That's going to be the 3rd team foul against Minnesota. It's a 2nd personal foul. DiVincenzo missed a bunch of games early this year with a foot injury. Kind of a turf toe deal.
Ooh. Can't flash.
Baker and to put in a special steel plate in the bottom.
Nice.
Of the shoe.
Come on, bro.
Sure that he could get back on the court and not re-injured. He's been fine ever since. Shooting the ball particularly.
Dang, they're going to lose their...
Minnesota really spreading the court, playing 5 out. Vincent on Edwards, 10 on the shot clock. And
16.
Traffic. Off the dribble, 3 is short.
That was a bad play.
Randall pick up for Doncic. Skip pass. Reeves tried to make a tough catch, couldn't. Out of bounds, and it'll be Minnesota basketball.
Oh my
off
God.
Luka a little bit loose with the ball.
Luka.
That's the 10th turnover now for Los Angeles.
Louis switches on to Edwards. Hachimura. Edwards with the tween. Over to Reed. Catch and shoot three on the way. And he laces another one. It's been that type of night for Naz Reid, Jay.
That's game.
Right now for Naz Reid from three-point land. 23 points. Austin Reeves with a deep pull. It's one and done for Los Angeles. James off of J.J. Redick's bench, ready to come back in. Edwards with a sidestep, lefty, putting cash out. Bengals almost had a steal. Hachimura had a block. Good closeout by Naz Reid.
Well, Anthony Edwards, we know he made 323s on the season, but he can also get into the paint and draw multiple defenders. When he does, he's a good passer. That's his 8th assist of this game.
Wow, and a little room service off the careless pass. DiVincenzo flying charter. And the lead balloons back to 111 to 90. Back after this. Well, this year's NFL Draft is in Green Bay. The three-day event begins Thursday, April 24th, and we'll have every pick once again on ESPN, along with our usual expert analysis. Included Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow. It's also available on the NFL Network. And as always, ABC's coverage focuses on the prospect's journey to the draft. We're curious to see where Travis Hunter and Shadur Sanders end up, two of the top prospects in the draft. Doncic out top. LeBron off the screen. Left it on the front rim. One and done for the Lakers. Here's Edwards. DiVincenzo gives it back to him. Get Edwards off the ball temporarily. Around the screen. Little in and out dribble on James. Edwards playing with his food. Pulls the three and it's off. 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Doncic threw it up, tipped up and in by James, and they're going to wave this off. Nasty interference.
It looked like the ball was just above the cylinder when LeBron got it with his left hand.
As a result, Minnesota basketball. Randall isolated against Reeves. LeBron comes with the double and held. Good catch by McDaniels. Little sidestep, little afro step into the paint.
He's had a great game. That's 25 points now. 11 of 13 from the field for Jake McDaniels.
What does it say about his game, Jay, that he scores 25, and he's done a lot of the defensive handiwork on Doncic, even though Luka scored 37. That's a full night's work.
LeBron James thought he got hit on that jump shot, and I think he did.
You can see the tangible frustration etched on the faces of both he and Doncic tonight.
He's not a complainer.
Having a impassioned conversation there with Mark Davis. One more look at it.
Yeah, he got hit on the wrist. Like, it wasn't a high five.
They allow the high five close.
Yeah, when there's a follow through and you just touch hands after the ball leaves your hand, they're not going to call that. But that was not a high five. That was a low wrist.
Okay. 3:02 to go, and David Reddick symbolically raising the white flag. What an evening it's been for the visitors, shooting the three ball. A torrential rate, 21 of 40.
So many of those threes, Mark, were catch and shoot threes. Sort of shooting from the catch spot. It's not like Anthony Edwards was shooting a bunch of step backs.
Even Shinto. Rare miss. Alex Len fouled on the rebound by Clark. Well, it's time for our playoff schedule, brought to you by Amazon. Tomorrow on ABC, Memphis OKC Game 1, followed by Orlando versus Boston. It starts at 1 o'clock. Boston game at 3:30 tomorrow night on TNT. Miami Cleveland at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Warriors Rockets at 9:30. For more on these games, please go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Well, the reigning champs ready to get back to work against Orlando, a team with great size and length on that front line. When you look at Paolo Banchero, you look at Franz Wagner, and you look at Wendell Carter.
Well, they're outstanding defensively. The problem for Orlando is they haven't been able to score efficiently.
Yeah. They've really struggled at that end of the floor a lot of times. As Dalton connects. It's the foul line jump shot. Chris Finch calls timeout with 2:05 to go. Back after this.
Damn. We got 8%. What's up, man? They're not doing good. They're like, what, 112 or something? $112. Welcome to the jungle.
A lot of compliments to go around for this Minnesota Timberwolves team and their performance here against the Los Angeles Lakers, but Anthony Edwards has played a complete basketball game. 22 points, 8 rebounds, but he also has 9 assists in this game against only 1 turnover. And Edwards missed some time after going to the locker room with that cramp in the second half. But he wasn't alone. Jaden McDaniels has been spectacular in this game.
113
points, 11 of 13, 9 rebounds, and guarding Luka Doncic for a good part of this game.
Oh.
His 25 points, Jay, ties a.
Did they call the reserves? Yeah.
Guy that got off to a slow start this season for the Timberwolves, especially at the defensive end, where his defense is usually very impregnable, but about 20 or so games into the season,
Damn.
he found his groove, and
22
boy,
points.
he's giving Chris Finch and the Timberwolves that kind of offensive production. It really spells trouble, I think, for the Los Angeles Lakers. And this kind of goes back to the Anthony Edwards text that George Sedano reported on earlier. And the essence of the text was, I'm told by a couple of the players,
23.
that it was Ant saying, guys, it may not always be me scoring 30. It's going to be Julius doing his thing. It's going to be Jaden doing his thing. It might be a Rudy big-time double-double, a 20-point double-double for him.
Wow.
By any means necessary, be ready to start your role.
Oh my God!
Different options on this Timberwolves team, but it really starts defensively. And for Minnesota, who only finished 1 game off of the Lakers, I mean, they got 49 wins on the season, but they finished the year
everybody's heading out.
And when healthy, they've been as good as anybody. It takes a while. I mean, Julius Randle came over from the Knicks in October, and it's not going to be seamless right away. Solid off the bench.
This is not unusual for the Timberwolves in this Anthony Edwards era. Remember, they went into Denver last year and won the first 2 games of that series in the conference semifinal before walking down the Nuggets in Game 7, coming back from down 20. Connect from deep, connects.
I think the Timberwolves are at least a little bit happy they didn't have to see the Nuggets yet again.
They got Denver fatigue, right? You would think?
That 2 overtime game they had against the Nuggets where Jokic had 6.
Damn. All right, guys. Lakers lost.
Minnesota takes game 1. They say that a series doesn't begin until the home
Peace.
team
I don't want
loses a game.